Hello everyone. This is one of the greatest milestones in the path to success. Leo Club of Hindu College, Colombo celebrates Youth Day 2021 by the Youth World, arranged to encourage and motivate young people by interviewing some of the young people in this society to get to know about their life. Our club believes that learning from experience makes us wiser. Therefore, Youth World is here. Chief Operating Officer, Campaign Forum Private Limited, Trainer, Public Speaker, Mr. Sadish Nadeshan will moderate the event. Mr. Dilukshan Muthukumar, Student Councillor, ESOP, and Mr. Umesh Maheshwaran, Junior Executive Finance, Advantage Projects and Engineering Private Limited, Haley's Group, are here in this exceptional moment.
Yes, it's a wonderful evening, and I'm very happy to join y'all today as a moderator because the youth are the backbone of the society. Hence, they determine the future of any given society. This is all because of their age, the group. When it comes to kids, teenagers, middle ages, and the senior citizens, most of them rely on the youth because they expect a lot. This makes the youth more important group compared to others, and also in the society, they have to be very responsible. They have a very big role to play because they have a high dependency on the whole society. Because our families, community, even the country is lying in their hands. The role of the youth is simply, I can say, it's to renew, refresh, and maintain. Youth have the role to renew and refresh the current status of our society, including the leadership, innovation, skills, and etc. Youth are expected to advance the current technology, education, policies, and the peace of the country. On the other hand, youth have to maintain the culture of the society, good values, the society's development, and many other projects. With that note, for today's event, we have two young individuals who have joined us. We would like to know things from their perspective, how they want to create or build their future for their life, for the betterment of their life, as well as for others. I would like to start off the questions with Umesh. Umesh, can you briefly introduce yourself first, please?
Hi, my name is Maheshwaran Umesh. So I finished my A-levels in 2015. Soon after I finished my A-level, I started my career as well as I started my professional qualifications as well. So I started my career in BPO industry as a trainee. Soon after I worked there for 3 years. Within that 3 years, I got certain promotions and I gained a good knowledge. While I am working there, I started studying CIMA as well. So while I'm studying CIMA, I need a accountant. I'm passionate in accounting, so I need to get accounting background as well. So for that, I moved to Jetwing Travels Private Limited, which is the largest tourism provider in Sri Lanka. So in Jetwing Travels, I worked in accounts department. After I'm getting certain amount of experience there, I now move to Sri Lankan, one of the largest company, Haley's Group. In the Haley's Group, I am working for Advantage Engineering, projects and engineering. In the projects and engineering side, I am working for engineering company as a finance department. So while I'm doing this, I simultaneously did BA Honors in International Finance and Business Management in University of West Scotland, UK. as well as I finished my professional qualification in human resource management in CIPM, Chartered Institute of Personnel Management, and also I did special course in advanced diploma in financial market in Colombo Stock Exchange, and also CIMA as well. So now I'm partly qualified in CIMA as well. These are my career profiles, and that's it from my end.
Thank you, Umesh. Thank you. Now, I would like to ask the same question from Dilukshan as well. Can you briefly introduce yourself?
So, thank you, Satish and Umesh and many other juniors to take me to this wonderful evening. And first of all, as Satish asked, my career is started like after I did my A levels in commerce stream. So once my A levels finished, as everyone, I went to the BPO as a call center executive for a European company. So when I'm studying, when I'm working there, so I want to start something to study. But when we ask for everyone says if you're studying in commerce, accounting path is there, but I'm not good that much in accounts. So, but I'm looking for many other career paths. So people told me, okay, then you can go for the marketing side. Okay, so then I started CIM. So when I'm starting to CIM, then some guides came me like once you started to CIM, you can't work in a call center as a call center agent. You have to move to another company doing some internship or something. So as I did, so I moved to Navaloka to doing my marketing intern. So after I worked in a customer service department, so after I did that, I joined to Active Tech Network, which is an education provider in Sri Lanka, which is located in Vellavatha, as a student counselor, and I worked there. After that, I have moved to now to as the same student counselor post in ESOF, and I'm currently working in ESOF. If you take my educational background, I 1 year ago I finished my CIM and looking to start my master's very soon in this year.
So, yes, thank you. Okay, thank you, Dilukshan. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to go back to Umesh on this. Like, what is your ambition, Umesh? Like, in about, let's say, in about 10 years, or let's say 10 years. Like, what would be your ambition?
My goals are very short and smart, but when I'm saying as a dream, it's growing day by day. While some due to the situations and due to the new things, my dream is changing and my dream is coming big and big. But for that, I'm working goal by goal. So I'm working as in a time frame which I need to grow up to achieve that dream. So my ultimate dream for now is I want to be a corporate leader. So I need to give certain advices to the corporate to getting them profit and making them profit in the challenging world. So for that, I need a huge knowledge. It's not enough. It's not finishing by doing accounts. It's not finishing by knowing the human resource. We need to know the whole world, and we need to know the whole idea of business in this world. And we need to learn day by day what are the new things coming in, so that we can cope up with the corporate world, and we can give a good advice to corporate to coming up from the challenges. So this is my ultimate target, to being an corporate leader and corporate consultant as a whole part. This is my dream.
Okay, since you are very much into numbers, and I think you love working with numbers as well, I suppose, since the accounting is one of part of your life as well as your education and everything. Umesh, we can continue. While you were studying in school, did you have a plan or did you have something in your pipeline, like how we are going to do, or what you want to study or anything like that? And how was your school life?
Yeah, my starting of school life in 2001. It's very interesting journey in school. I started studying at Hindu College, and I finished my A level also in Colombo Hindu College. So after our school life, there is a corporate. So we need to go to corporate, and we need to live with them, not with this comfort zone. So after that, I got to know a lot of things about that, like markets on those times. We don't have that digitalization in 2012. So we I got some magazines from stock markets, and those times I really loved those statistics, and really loved that how the corporate is working. So from that time onwards, I built my dreams through my uh, commerce side.
Now, what is your ambition, Dilukshan?
Ambition, it's like I want to be a, first of all, financial freedom, but not of like I want to be a physical, I want to live as a physical healthy person, mental healthy, and I want to do what I love. So let's say, for an example, I'm doing something financial, but let's say, for example, if I love photography, I always think how many hours I spend in a week to the photography. For an example, if I love to do photography, but if I got a finance to photography, that's a huge plus. I'm earning like from what I love. So first of all, I want to be a financial leader, and I have a very misassumption when I'm doing O levels, like Umesh said. So I thought life career is like accelerator, O levels, A levels, then I'll go to the work, then they will give the promotions, like that. So when I'm until I was A level, as a, we can say in Tamil, like a frog in a well. Once I step into corporate only, I know, oh God, it's like many challenges, many disadvantages, advantages as well, and we have to fight with people to move on in our career. And one more point, like I when I'm selecting commerce, I would very sure, if I'm selecting commerce, I would travel on that path. I can't change my path into engineering or biomedical, whatever it is, because if I'm selecting that 2 years I spent on my school, it would be in vain.
Okay.
So that's how I selected commerce, and that's how I got into this field also.
Okay. So when did you exactly plan to do a degree on a particular area? Like, was it during the school days or your A levels or after leaving school?
After leaving school, exactly after leaving 2018, like let's say after 1 year of the A levels exam.
Okay. 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 Very good. Coming back to Umesh. Umesh, what do you think about the skills that needs to be learned or acquired by the youth in this current time, like this particular time?
Yeah, there are many things need to be learned in for young people, because it's actually day by day increasing. But what corporate thinking, what corporates need to corporate asking to need to have by young peoples is five things. Actually, I sum up to five things. First one is adaptability and cognitive flexibility, which means you need to adapt for some situations. In If you are going to a company, or if you are running your own company, uh, days are not same in every time. So you need to adapt for that day and for that situation, and you need to be ready. And as a cognitive flexibility, you need to be flexible to tackle issue as well. So as a youth, as a young people, we need to have that skill to cope up with this world now in nowadays, because this situation also is very relatable to us. We didn't think about we will finish out our degree or we will finish out our professional qualification without going for any single classes physically. And also we didn't notice that these online classes will have the same impact as a physical classes. And also now work from home ability, we never thought about that. So corporate adapt to that, and they are coming up with new ideas. Now in my opinion, I am working for 5 years in corporates. Now corporates are moving to work from home thing. So now they are thinking, oh, okay, now productivity is much more uh, higher than this working at office. So those things are coming up next. So we need to adapt ourselves. And also next thing is curiosity and love of learning. In till A level, we not thinking about the curiosity. What is next? What will be? What is the learning for our next 2 years? What will be our goal for 2 years? We never thought in O levels or A levels, because results is the main ideology in O level and A level. But when you are coming to corporate world, the person who is having curiosity is getting promotions, and the person who is having a learning skill, who is having to love in learning, is getting promoted. Because every time we are having a meeting, every time we are having chats, in the chats, who is having curiosity and who is having a learning ability is giving a points and giving a solution for every situation. So youngsters need to have a curiosity and love of learning in every part, and also self knowledge and emotional intelligence we need to have. Most of the time communication is dependent self knowledge and emotional intelligence. People will say you need to uh, grow your communication skill, communicate how. You need to have self knowledge on that. You need to have how you need to have the knowledge which out outbox thinkings, and you need to have outbox uh, thinkings. You need to know about other sectors and other interesting things as well. And you need to have emotional intelligence, where you need to speak and what you need to speak. This is the critical point in the corporate till CEO level. Such people don't know what to speak and when to speak. So these things we need to cope up in the corporate world.
Thank you, Umesh. Coming back to Dilukshan, Dilukshan, what are the skills and challenges you think the youth are facing? The skills that they need to acquire and the challenges that they are facing right now?
First thing is language problem is there. If you take our community, basically, because we don't speak Sinhala at all. Up to some point, after A level, once you get into corporate, you should learn at least to communicate with somebody, not to write your emails and letters, just to speak Aibowan, Hari, whatever it is. And English is like, if you take me, I was very struggle in my learning period. I think that now the youngsters doesn't have that problem. And skills like as much Umesh covered, like adaptivity is one thing, because we don't think that you will be studying your whole A levels or O levels in online. So today also they came a news, they are not going to open the schools until the further information. So you can't make that as a complaint. I studied an online, that's why a result went low. However it is, you have to pop up, life has to move on, you have to go to your work and you have to look after you. So that has to be done. And another thing is, don't scare to take your opportunities, because if you are not taking your opportunities, there are many other people to take that. If your opportunity is given to you, it might be a school environment, corporate environment, work, anything, there is another people who can take. Let's say somebody direction to do that, yes, I will do that. You might don't know that. You can just take your advices, Hari mema karanna one mema karanna onada emada kila. You can take the advices from them and you can prove yourself, because opportunity is the only key point to prove yourself to the others what field you are. And like don't make complaints. We can't make complaints at all. We have to give a solution and we have to come up with a solution. And very important is time management, which is a very tough thing for everyone. Even if you take Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, they all have 24 hours, 7 days. This we already have. Okay, so you can't say I don't have that much of time for that. That's based on your interest and your effort which you are putting for that. Okay, so if you take personally me, I would show Umesh to you. Accounting background, but studied HR, studied nothing, working also. How did you do that? Based on interest. Why? He said already, I want to be a corporate leader. To go that point, he has to work hard now onwards. So already started. So that based on your interest. We can't blame him or we can't complain. Even I did my final semester, final graduate level in online. Online connection issue will come. We can't hear somebody sometimes what is talking, but we have to swing that to come up to that extent. So first of all, time management is very important. That based on your interest, don't scare to take your opportunities, which is the only possible way to prove yourself to others. Another thing is, yes, time management and opportunity. Those three other things, and adaptivity. And speak yourself. Speak it up. Wherever you go, speak it up. Okay, I have this idea. I have that idea. I can do this. I can do that. Just speak it up. Nobody is going to like if you're sitting in a board meeting, if you're a managing director, CEO, country manager, whoever it is, if you just say, I have an idea, we can do this. Trust me, none of you chase, none of them will chase you. Okay, okay, we'll consider. Okay, remember next meeting. That will be answer. Okay, so don't scare to speak it up. So those are the key things that you should follow, because if you follow that thing from now onwards, you won't you won't worry about us, because we are now only slowly getting to the experience. So if you try to build that in nowadays, now onwards, then you can able to survive. You can go far. Like I'm 23, you can be a senior executive position when you're coming to 23 in my age. That could be happen. In my age, there are people based on the performance, based on the ability, they have senior executive people. So those are the key things I think that youths should follow in these days.
Okay. Thank you, Dilikshan. Thank you. Umesh, one last question. What do you think one challenge, one big challenge that the youth are facing right now?
One big challenge is overformations and overflowing information available to youngsters. I think yes. You can think, oh, over information is good for knowledge. No. Over informations are in a certain times it's help us, but many times it will deviate us. Just think, in my age, in 2012, we don't have that much of internet usage. So we thought that okay, after the A level only we are having a life. But nowadays, through the corporate, many educational centers, they are saying no, A level is not a solution for you, and A level is no need for you. Of course, for O levels as well. But without O levels and A levels, we are, as I think, we are not getting that immunity power, which means uh, in A levels and O levels, we are trying hard to compete in Sri Lanka, because in Sri Lanka's literacy level is very high and it's on point, but it's very hard to compete in O levels and A levels. In my opinion, if you did A level, you can do anything, because that hard A level is. We can salute those people who going for universities as well, because in the selection process it's very hard to select in university, and many people not going university because of some little marks differences. So but in nowadays in Sri Lanka, private corporates are taking up the educations, and they are saying that in recent time also I just saw an advertisement. In advertisement, they are saying that now studying from home is very difficult for me. So what I choosing is blah 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 this education center to coming up. This is not a proper way to saying that students, you no need to do the government things. You just come to this university and just pay and getting the qualification and go. I i personally saw i personally saw some youngsters are really struggling in the corporate, because they can't handle the pressures. Because they are just given money and taking the qualification, and they are in a complete comfort zone. And the depression is the common word for all of the youngsters. I think depression, they don't know what is the depression actually, but they are using the depression word uh, completely
In
flow.
day-to-day life.
Yeah, they are they are just saying, I'm in depression. From the O level they are saying I'm in depression and putting status as well. Getting phone in their hands, they can tell anything they want. It's not a freedom. That uh, that uh,
Yes.
problem is there for
Okay.
nowadays youngsters, and they need to be teached how to use this social media and how to use this social information, and how to use this information very usefully, because
Okay.
they are using for their comfort zone, and they are telling to their parents, see mother, see father, just see, in 18 years old he did this qualification and he did this qualification. Within 15 years old he finished this qualification. That won't work, because now also bigger institutions also, they coming down to the lowest level. They are now saying you no need to do O levels or A level, just doing this, because there is a competition in the corporates. So for their sustainability they are doing that, but we can't do that, because we need to grow up day by day and week by week. We can't just study and we can from doing these papers and getting qualification is not at all useful, because for the interview only they are seeing your qualifications. After that, how do you work? Because I know personally there are many people finishing CIMA and ACC and all. They no need to do they don't know how to do a filtering in Excel. Is that the way the professional qualification need to work? No, right? So because of these things, overflow of information is very critic point in nowadays for youngsters, but we need to give a good knowledge on that, how to use it and how valuable is that, and how the world are changing. That's it. That is the bigger point in nowadays youngsters.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Umesh. Thank you. Thank you so much. With that, yeah, coming to the end of this session, I mean, it was an interesting session to have experience shared by Umesh and Dilukshan on the current youths and the problems that they are facing, the skills that they need to acquire. Like what Umesh said, adaptability is something very vital in this current context. The youth must learn how to adapt to the situations, and also like what Dilukshan said, grabbing the opportunities. I mean, this is a very fast-running world right now, and when you get an opportunity, try to grab the opportunity and make use of it 100%. Because another opportunity coming by your way, I think it's very rare these days, not like 10, 15 years ago. Youth is something that is youth is a topic that we need to always discuss about. They are the backbone of this country. Thank you, Umesh, and thank you, Dilukshan, for sharing your experience and knowledge in this session today. With that, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to present and or rather moderate. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Dear gentlemen, a very good evening to all. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this event to all the dignitaries assembled here. Especially, I would like to thank our today's moderator, Mr. Satish Nadeshan, Chief Operating Officer at Campaign Forum Private Limited, trainer and public speaker, and the two youth speakers, Mr. Dilukshan Muthukumar, Student Counselor in ESOFT, Mr. Maheshwaran Umesh, Junior Executive Finance Adventist Projects and Engineering at ALS Private Limited Group. And also, I would like to thank our beloved principal and the participants. Your Club of Bumblebee College is very proud to be a part of such a product conductive session, which is most needed to all the youth nowadays. Once again, I thank one and all who are present here during the busy schedule. Thank you.